Okay, so I'm going to make a little video for our linear equations and inequalities review. If you have any questions further about the video, then give me some feedback on it and I can go over that with you. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so here we go. Here is our equations review worksheet. I'm going to go through this equation right here, number 6. So the first thing that we want to do is distribute our numbers through the parentheses. So we're going to do 4 times 8 and 4 times 7. That's on this left side. So, oh, I said 4 times 8, didn't I? 4 times 2. I was thinking already of the answer. 4 times 2 is 8. And then we have 4 times 7 is 28. Okay. So next we will distribute, working on the right side, we will distribute -2 through the parentheses on the right side. I'm going to bring down the 12 because it is not part of the distribution. And then -2 times 10 is -20. -2 times -2 is a +4. Okay, so if I look at this, I can see that I have some like terms right here. So once I've distributed, I will combine my like terms and I get 8x plus 28 equals -8 plus 4x. So now that I've combined like terms, I want to get my variables together. I'm going to work to solve the equation for x. So I am going to subtract 4x from both sides. Okay. That means that these two are canceled out. And I have 8x minus 4x is 4x. Okay, and I have the plus 28 equals a -8. I just bring those down. Continuing with solving for x, we will subtract 28 from both sides. So I have 4x equals, and -8 minus a -28 is a -36. Here we are, we're close to our last step. We will divide by 4. Okay, so we have x equals -9. That is our first review problem. I'm going to scroll down the page and I'm going to look at our proportions. So I want to solve one of these. I am going to solve number 7. Okay, in order to solve proportions, we cross multiply. So I will multiply 5 times x minus 9 and 7 times x minus 3. And that means I get 5x minus 9 equals 7 times x minus 3. Okay, and now that I have multiplied, I have these parentheses, so I need to distribute through the parentheses on both the left and right side. 5x minus 5 times 9, 7x, and 7 times 3 is 21. And the negative, because it's a +7 times a -3, we get a -21. Positive 5 times a negative 9 is a negative 45. Now I'm going to get my variables together. So I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. That means I get a negative 45 equals 7x, whoops, not 7x. 7x minus 5x is 2x minus 21. Okay, and now I will add my constants. All right, so negative 45 plus plus 21 is a negative 25. Negative 24 equals 2x. So last of all is dividing by 2. Negative 24 divided by 2 is a negative 12. And we can always use reflection, or the property of reflection, to rewrite this. Okay, there are proportions. Last of all is solving absolute value equations. I will talk about, well, we're not going to worry about literal equations. I will do this very last one. So we have 5 times the absolute value of 2n plus 8 plus 3 equals 33. We want to solve for n. So we are going to isolate our absolute value first. We're going to treat it as if it's its own variable and subtract 3 from both sides of the equal sign. That gives us 5. I think that's the absolute value. Nope. Nope. That's parallel. There we go. Okay. 5 absolute value of 2n, n plus 8 equals 30. Oh, I lost my other absolute value. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Oh, it went right there. Gotta watch out. Okay, now I'm going to divide by 5. So this 5 is divided out, and I get, oops, I get 2n plus 8 equals 30. All right, so we've reduced this down. So all we have is an absolute value equal to a constant. In order to finish solving this, we would split this into 2 equations. We are going to have 2n plus 8 equals 30 in our first equation. And we'll just get rid of the absolute value. And then in our second equation, we have 2n plus 8 equals negative 30. So we're going to solve for this one first. We would subtract 8 from both sides so that 2n equals 30. Okay, and now we will divide by 2. 30 divided by 2 is 15. Okay, I probably should have thrown that in there. So we're dividing by 2. Okay, so let's solve for our last one. We're going to subtract 8. So we have 2n equals negative 30 minus 8 is a negative 38. And we divide by 2 so that n equals negative 38 divided by 2 is a negative 19. So those are we have our answers right here. 2 answers with absolute value equations. Okay, good luck. Good luck with your review. And as always, let me know if you have any questions.